Brand Ireland is an issue that is very central to our economic recovery, because if you think about marketing in general terms, how you're seen as a company has a direct effect on your ability to trade, the perception that customers will have of you. Now, it's exactly the same in terms of a country, because countries in the modern competitive environment must compete for resources, for FDI, for exports, etc. And you really have to have a credible strategy to build your brand, insofar as that is possible, because not all of it is within your control, that accepted and understood fully by marketers. But you certainly have to have a strategy around how you want to be seen by the world. And that is an overarching requirement for going out to the world to trade. That's why it's important. Both the external view and the internal view are both essential in branding, because we know as business people that the belief of your people within your company, the people who work on your brand and deliver your brand, is as important almost as the perceptions of people externally, and in many ways will determine the perceptions of people externally. So before you go out to the world, you have to be clear about who you are, what you stand for, what your values are, and what it is that you're going to contribute to the world. And so it is with Ireland itself. We need to be clear as a nation what our place in the world is. If we get that clear, we can go out to the world with great confidence in terms of our proposition, and that can lead to great prosperity if we can get that right. Almost every country on the planet has some form of brand strategy for itself. So clearly we're in a very competitive environment, and to succeed in that environment we have to be clear what our differentiators are. So for example, if you look at Ireland, the question is, what have we got that is unique, that is different? Because when you think about it, much of what we do and what we can do is replicable by other countries. So what are the unique factors that we have? And it really boils down to who we are, our Irishness, the things that other countries cannot have. No other country can be Irish, in essence. So then there's a question, or a set of questions around, well, what does that mean? And we have to delve deep into our own history and our heritage and our own being almost to find what those differentiators are. But when we do that, what we find is there's a very rich vein of resources. If you look at going back many, many centuries, Ireland had a place in the world and was delivering to the world, back through the Dark Ages, for example. And through history, Irish people have been making their mark. We need to be very conscious of that in thinking about our contribution into the future. And we need to draw upon that experience to craft a set of differentiators that will be valued by the world and that will contribute to the world. And upon that, we will build and will be able to build a credible brand strategy for our nation.